You guys like the Timex Weekender? I don't know. We're playing Demon Bluff. Mostly? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's good. You ever actually check the time on it? I look at it all the time. If there's ever a lull in conversation just to put some pressure on the other person, I'll go. In my head, the time doesn't even register in my head. But if they haven't entertained me for 3 seconds, oh, it's fucking 12:08. You can swear at the start of YouTube videos now! You can swear at the start of YouTube videos now. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. All right, let's do it, y'all. I have no idea the loop, by the way, of playing Endless, but I'm going to do it regardless. There's 2 evils among us. Find them and kill them. It appears your pet has killed them. Oh, God. Oh, man. So for anyone who doesn't know Demon Bluff, bro, Plague Doctor corrupts a villager. Wretch appears evil. Well, this is not doing a good job of explaining the game. You're just going to have to figure it out, I guess. Doppelganger disguises as a good villager. Puppeteer creates a puppet, which is evil, but tells the truth. And Ba adds a fake outcast. So one of these is not really here. Okay, let's see, man. I cured 0 corruptions. Yes, that could be true. You're evil. Right side is more evil. That seems like it's likely to check out with 3 evils and a wretch on this side. I was an empress. Okay, I gotta remember the baker. The baker. If they're telling the truth, I gotta think about you. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Which means on reveal. So you are the first baker that I've pulled up. So you have told a lie. Because if you were telling the truth, you would have said, I'm the original baker. Which could also be a lie if you were evil. But I was an empress is definitely a lie. So I'm putting you on yellow sus. I'm 1 card away from corrupted. See, that seems to check out. You might be corrupted by the Plague Doctor, which would also check out for this fella. And then you're lying, but you're not evil. You're just corrupted. Between 5, 7, there is villager and minion. But you're... 2 is good. I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that. Bello. 1 is evil. 4, 5, or 7. Okay, here's the thing, bro. You check the deck. We have no Plague Doctor. Ergo, you can't be corrupted. Because there's nothing to corrupt. What would corrupt you? Puppeteer doesn't corrupt. Ba doesn't corrupt. Ergo, you can't be evil. Or you can't be good. You can't be good. You must be a liar. Owned. And you're 1 card away from corrupted. You're a liar too. And if you're a puppeteer, that means you're also evil. Perfect. Next. Okay. It's just algebra, bro. It's not social interactions. It's just algebra. Maybe life is just algebra, bro. Okay, Lilith's very annoying. Every night, kills a random unrevealed character and does 2 damage to you. But there's information. They won't kill evil characters. Puppeteer, these are all real then. Puppeteer, random adjacent villager becomes a puppet. Okay. I don't even read you. You're too complicated. Bombardier. Empress, 1's evil, 6, 4, 8. Someone's dying. No evils adjacent to me. So because you died, you're good. Bombardier. Now that's hot, man. That's hot. We reveal you so you can't be killed. All right. We have no special powers here. This is real nasty, man. This is real nasty. There's 3 evils. 1 minions and 1 demon. The demon has lost all their powers now. Between 1, 3, and 8, there's an outcast, a minion, and a villager. That seems so real to me. One of you is a real outcast, and one of you is disguising. Ergo, assuming you're not the greatest liar of all time, you're telling the truth and you're telling the truth. If you're telling the truth, but you could be puppeted. If you're telling the truth, you two are also not evil. which literally cannot be the case. Because if, no, it could be the case. It would require you to be evil. You said 3 or 9 is a puppet. I disagree with that. Okay, back to the drawing board, y'all. I don't think you're corrupted either, because you're dead, so you can't be the puppet. We should have known. We should have known that it couldn't be you, because you're obviously innocent. If you're obviously innocent, then, because you've been killed, the puppeteer must be adjacent, which is how we knew that, yeah, obviously this was false to begin with, because the puppet, no, whatever. We made a mistake. Oh, I would say if she's corrupted. That's right. Okay. So the evils are adjacent, but we know that the evils are adjacent because of the puppeteer. Because of the puppeteer. The puppeteer means that evils have to be adjacent. 1 is evil. 4, 6, or 8? False. False. It's 3 and 4. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Let me think about this. 1's evil. 4, 6, or 8? 4, 6, or 8. We know one of you is sus as hell. Closest evil is counterclockwise. If we're trusting you, then that would mean that you're evil. But that would also mean that you're telling the truth, but you're evil. You're telling the truth, but you're evil. The village is safe. And only one person had to pay with their lives. Okay, counselor is helpful because the counselor is always next to an outcast. The counselor. There are no corrupted characters. Is that true? That's true if the plague doctor is fake. 6 or 5 is a counselor. I cured 0 corruptions. I cured 0 corruptions. I am dizzy. Okay, okay. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing, y'all. Doppelganger disguises as a good villager currently in play. You don't lie. So you must be evil. And the counselor must be next to an outcast. Ergo, you're the counselor. We win. That's the easiest one of all time. Easiest one of all time. Pooka. Villagers adjacent. This is a tough one. This is a tough build here. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted, if possible. You disguise as a good villager. And you also, you're literally the drunk in here is just fucking it up. I disguise as a random not in play. I'm corrupted and I lie. I cannot be cured. So this is like, we can't trust anybody. And there's only one evil. 4 is a real dreamer. Dreamer can tell if somebody is evil. 1 or 7 is a witch. I am good. Groot if he was named good. Seems likely. Wait, nobody's a witch, bro. I think this is the drunk. I'm sussing you as the drunk. Because there is no witch. You could be evil, but that's such a bad lie for a demon. Evils are not adjacent. I'm 3 cards away from corrupted character. Bro. Okay. Okay, fair, fair. You could be corrupted. You could be. You can't be. You're innocent as far as I'm concerned. I think you're the drunk. You should be good. You should be good. How am I going to glean some information off of this? If this says 0, then everything checks out. I think that means you're good, you're good, you're good, and you're good. So now, you're good as in the drunk. Okay, so now we got 3 with 1 evil. I think, with no panties on. Greater than sign. Let me think about this for a second. Doppelganger's disguising as a good villager. Pooka's corrupting multiple villagers. If you're corrupted, that means it's either you or you. If you say this is pooka, that doesn't tell me anything. Evils are not adjacent. Literally must be true. There's only one evil. It's you or you. We start with you, then we go to you. How would it be one? Well, so here's my error in judgment, okay? I thought that because you were corrupted, that would mean that pooka had to be here or here because they corrupt adjacent. But then, I forgot the drunk is straight corrupted by default. They're corrupted like from birth. As a result, we've made a bad judgment off of an incomplete, off of a false assumption. Game start. Pooka and a random minion. And the drunk. Closest evil's clockwise. Slayer. I'm 4 cards away from evil. That would mean they have to be there, which doesn't make sense. You're sus as hell. I'm 2 cards away. Your shit almost makes sense. I'm the original baker. You could be lying, but you're not necessarily lying. I was a dreamer. That could be true. 2 evils adjacent to me. That I find that hard to believe, but you could be fibbing. You could be fibbing. This is tough, man. This is a really tough one. You're sus. Let's see how sus you are. Couldn't kill him. I think you're corrupted. If you're corrupted, if you're evil, your lie makes sense, and your lie makes sense. Your lie does not make sense unless you're corrupted or unless you have 2 evils adjacent to you. Unless you're evil. You're evil. You're evil. You just didn't feel right. And then you could still be evil. No, your closest evil was clockwise. So unless it's equidistant and you've been corrupted. So you check out. You're obviously not 4 cards away from closest evil. It's obviously you. I was dead set on the idea that this guy had to be corrupted. Counsellor, the Poisoner. 1 adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. And Lilith. Why is this getting harder? It should be getting easier because I'm doing worse. You were innocent. Number 4 was affected by an evil. A plague doctor. Poet. And a poet. Number 3 is good. No evils adjacent to me. You're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. I think you're the counselor and you're evil. Because there is an evil adjacent to you, even though they're good. Okay, so you've been sussed. You've been sussed easily. Poisoner corrupts an adjacent. Who's telling a lie? I should have used the Slayer to do it, though. To see if you were good, because if you couldn't have done it, then I know you're sus, too.
Between 1, 8, and 2, there's an outcast, a villager, and a minion.
So who's the outcast, bro? Who's the outcast? Who's the outcast? Between 1, 8, and 2. You're put on. If you're not corrupted, you're in a lot of trouble right now. Number 3 is evil. Number 2 is corrupted. I believe that. Get yourself. I couldn't kill number 3. Let me do it for you. Which means you're corrupted, which means you're good. And then we got who? Who's left? Just a regular old minion? The Poisoner. No evils adjacent to me. You check out. You do not check out, bro. Number 3 is good, you freaking liar! Oh. Your witness is lucky. A week ago, I would have taken the shot. Drunk, twin minion, and Lilith. Okay. The architect and the builder. I'm the original baker. Number 7's a real medium. Number 6 was good. Okay. Right side's more evil. Plague Doctor. Jester. Your shit only makes sense if you were going to be a different baker. So, if you also were a baker. So, OG baker's always safe? I don't think so, man. Because if it was an evil, if it lied, wouldn't you go, you would just pull it and they would be like, I'm the original baker. Even though they're not. It would say, I was a baker if it was lying. If it lies, it says, I was a baker. Because they are a baker. If you right-click, it gives you more details about how... No one ever told me about the right-click, except all the YouTube comments, I'm assuming. If lies, I say that I was a random villager role. If lies, my info includes disguise. If executed while corrupted, I deal an additional 4 damage. Well, you're not corrupted, so you can't die. That means you're good. That means you're not sus. Number 8's a real plague doctor. Someone got corrupted. There's no enlightened. If you were, any chance I could find out if you were enlightened? You're good, which gives us better rolls for the jester. Here's what I'm thinking. Number 3 is corrupted. Number 4 is evil. Can't be true. Can't be true unless you're corrupted, which you can't be. You're sus. Because we just found out they would have said I was. Okay. And now, which means you were telling the truth, which means you must be good. We go, well, and then it all falls apart now because, ah! Deserves to die. Deserves to die just for trolling. They're trolling nonstop. Okay, well, you're good. You're evil. You're good. How many evils we got here? 1. You're good. You were not a real medium. They weren't a real medium. They weren't a real medium. Okay. Witch. You cannot reveal the last card. Counsellor and fake outcast. This is a lot of stuff to look at, man. I cured 2 corruptions. It's not possible. My lord, it's not possible. But you could be corrupted yourself. So you're on medium sus. Not high sus, medium sus. It's much more likely that you're sus now that you're next to an outcast. 1's evil. 8, 6, or 7. Owned. Counselor's 2 cards away from closest evil. Literally cannot be true, but you could be corrupted. Wait, can be true. Never mind. Closest evils are equidistant. Possible. I'm 1 card away from corrupted, and there's a witch somewhere. Okay, okay. We have no tools at our disposal except for our brain, man. Except for our brain. 2 corruptions is crazy. I think you're the drunk, and I think you're trolling me. And I have nothing to base that on. I think you're good, and you're evil. My bad, y'all. My bad on that one. Still, that's simple. Health is a resource. So number 5 is good, which means 8, 6, or 7 is evil. There are 2 evils left. But someone... Wait. I'm 1 card away from corrupted? Nobody else can... No. The drunk could be corrupted. You could be lying for sport, bro. But you're not evil. Okay, so here's we start to work it through. Ready for this? You're good because you could not die. You're good and not corrupted. The witch has not been killed, so one of you is the witch as well. You're good, just because if you weren't, you'd piss me off. Ergo, you can't be 2 cards away from closest evil, but you could be corrupted. But if you were corrupted, that would also mean you're lying. I find that hard to believe. Wait, no, if you're telling the truth, this makes perfect sense. 1 card away from corrupted. I buy it. I buy it! I buy it! I buy it! There was no drunk. The only thing worse than there being a drunk is them telling us there's a drunk, but then there's no drunk. Counsellor Lilith's minion drunk doppelganger. Get a life. Get a life. Scout. Minion's 1 card away from evil. Judge. Judge is clutch. I was a Gemcrafter. Here I dreamt I was a motherfucking architect, Colin Malloy. And you are no Colin Malloy. I knew Colin Malloy. You are no Colin Malloy. It's the economy, stupid. You're fucked. You're corrupted. You're fucked up in some way. Let me just say that. Otherwise, you would say, I am the original baker. Lilith is 2 cards away from closest evil. Judge. Gemcrafter. 3 is good. You got... Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Now here's where things get interesting, okay? Here's where things get very interesting. Tenga egg salad sandwich. What a name. What a name, Tenga egg salad sandwich. You won't see that on Wheel of Fortune unless they start doing horny Wheel of Fortune. That'd be pretty good. They already did horny password, right? Password is... They should remake... If they're gonna do comedy sequels, where's the Cable Guy 2, man? Where's the Cable Guy 2? This concludes your podcast day. Click. The Cabler Guy. I would get over my boycott of comedy sequels to watch The Cable Guy 2. If they recast Matthew Broderick. That name's cool, but dog that looks like Eminem is not. Okay, listen. I don't think I ever said anything about dog that looks like Eminem, but every time I see the username, I laugh because I can picture the dog. The dog that looks like Eminem is like a big chihuahua in my head. And he's like kind of giving you the stink face. You know, like the one where Eminem, I think he's got like a finger gun up. I can totally see it, man. It got reported and had to be renamed? What? Reported for what? Being too funny? How is dog that looks like Eminem was TOS? That just doesn't even make sense. I mean, like, I just can't imagine why. Targeted harassment to the dog? That's not rude to Eminem. To say a dog looks like Eminem is not rude. Unless the dog is offended for the suggestion. If you said Eminem that looks like a dog, I could see how Eminem would be upset about it. Because he'd be like, I don't look like a dog, I'm a guy. But like saying a dog looks like a guy could only be offensive to the dog. The guy just looks like what he looks like. It's the dog that looks like a guy. The dog is the weird one because he looks like a man. I would like them to explain that one. I would like them, you know what? Dan Clancy, hop in the Discord. Imagine if I had the button, that would go so hard right now. I'm assuming this is just an administrative oversight, okay? But dog that looks like Eminem does not seem like an actionable rename to me. And we can't just start renaming things because people report them. We have to stick to our principles. Dog that looks like Eminem is not... I'm racking my brain trying to find a bad faith way to explain it. And I can't get there. I can't even find a bad faith way. Was this true? I guess I should have verified if this was true first. Otherwise, I just wasted a lot of time doing nothing. But Lilith is 2 cards away from closest evil. That can definitely be done. Sorry, I have to start from 0 again. I have no idea what's going on. Judge can tell if someone's lying, but someone lying doesn't necessarily mean they're evil. They could just be corrupted, and they could be... just open the deck 20 times. Because you're corrupted. You don't corrupt you, but you have to... Okay, this is where we need to start. Counselor needs to be next to an outcast. We know that you're lying. We find out if the judge is the counselor by seeing if the judge says you're telling the truth. One is lying. I could have told you that. So you're not sus. Ergo, you're sus. Y'all? Number 1's telling the truth? No, I don't think so, bud. Wait, that means one of you is the out. Oh, because the doppelganger and the drunk disguise themselves as villagers. How could you be corrupted? You could be corrupted if you're the drunk. That's the only way. Lilith is too... I mean, this checks out. If you're Lilith, this checks out. Owned. Sorry, I should have given you the red sus. My bad. You're sus. You're sus. You're good. You're good. Number 3 is good. You could be the drunk. You could be the drunk and lying for sport. You can't be killed. That means you must be good. You were obviously good. You're telling the truth. But you must be the doppelganger and you're not the drunk. You're evil. Oh. Oh, that was a tough one. That one was a little bit tricky. Not pooka. Not pooka and the drunk, man. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted. I'm dizzy. Good start. Very, very good start. Oh, shit. Greatest day of my life. Greatest day of my life. Doppelganger, drunk, puppeteer, Lilith. Okay, let's think about this, man. Slayer. Judge. Architect, the left side is more evil. So far, that wouldn't surprise me. Another judge. I cured 2 corruptions. Minions 2 cards away from closest evil. And a third judge. Okay, well, here's the thing. You can't cure 2 corruptions. But you could be corrupted. Are you evil? Yes. That makes that easier. So now we know a drunk is still in play. A puppet, a puppeteer, and a minion. So somebody telling the truth is evil. You were obviously good. Let's see if the judges are real. Number 3 is lying. You're stupid. You're honestly dumb. Number 3 was telling the truth. I saw it happen. And we still got 2 judges. Okay, so we got a puppeteer and a puppet somewhere. Certainly seems like this is likely. Number 5 was telling the truth. That's true as fuck. Wait, no, that's false as fuck. You're the puppeteer. Wait, you're telling the truth, but you could be evil. The minion is too... You're both telling the truth. How can I derive which one of them is telling the truth but evil? You're lying. No, they're not. So you're lying. But that doesn't make you evil. Because one of you has to be evil, so you must be the drunk. I'm putting the drunk tag on you. Spend the night in the drunk tag. The minion is 2 cards away from evil. The left side will be more evil. I just don't trust you. We take those. Health is a resource, bro. Health is a resource. Minion, ba. This is not so bad. And no drunk. 1 is good. Fortune teller. Bishop, between 1 and 3, there's a villager and a minion. I didn't even think about it. Honestly, if I see a confessor say, I'm dizzy, that's the end of you. You're done. I'm at least taking a chance on it. 1 or 9 is a twin minion. Okay, AC Newman. Slayer, Wretch. I'm 2 cards away from evil. Well, okay. Is there evil among us? Yes. Confirmed that you are not telling a lie. You're 2 cards away from evil. Are you evil? Couldn't kill him? That puts the sus sauce on you, to be honest. You're saying number 1 is good, you were telling the truth? You're good. Between 1 and 3, there's a villager and a minion. You're telling the truth. 1 or 9 is a twin villager. Twin minion, I should say. You killed evil at 9. You're set, bro. You told the truth. You're in a world of hurt. Any last words? Okay, literally, we just walked you through it. We just walked you through it, bro. Twin minion, pooka. Evils are not adjacent. Could be possible. I cured 0 corruptions. Seems unlikely, but possible. Twin minions 2 cards away from closest evil. You guys are unsussing each other. 3 or 8 is a minion. Knight. Okay. Sucks to be you, man. Sucks to be you. So you would have corrupted you and you, which means that you are telling the truth and you are lying, but not necessarily evil, but possibly evil. However, if you were evil, you would also be lying, which cannot be the case. Ergo, you must both be innocent. We know you're good. 3 or 8 is a minion. They're lying. You're lying. Twin minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. I'm about to unsuss everybody. Everybody's good. I'm going to let them all go free. Better a guilty man go free than 100 innocent men get the electric chair, okay? Because twin minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. Let's say that's true. If that's true, twin minion must be here, here, or here. Wait. I lost it. Wait, you were telling the truth. You're not corrupt. You were corrupted and then you lied and said you were 2 cards away, but you are 2 cards away. You are 2 cards away because they're corrupted, even though they can't lie. I don't know! The evils, they're definitely not adjacent. You're chill in my book. It was the one that I said is definitely chill in my book. Okay, let's throw a slash marker in first. Okay, slash marker, demon bluff.